Hello, again, the boring dude from the internet talking about how acceptance of God is the most important thing you and we can do in our lives to save humanity, to bring divine order to humanity. And I'm not speaking about religion or only following God, accepting God in faith or in wishful thinking, but on experiential, holistic, embodied level, right? That's the whole point, to have a truly, sustainably, holistically, a better experience of life. And only through acceptance of God that can happen, right? If you want to see and understand what I mean, check the video of how to heal and balance yourself. So in this video I wanted to speak about what does God mean to me? What does God, what does Source mean to me? How do I experience it and how do I view this thing, right? To not just be just another belief for you, just another idea that you will believe in, but actually recognize it that it is a part of your experience already. God is already a part of your experience. So I will just explain how I see it, how it is for me. So I don't know God as in who this dude is or who this woman is, or right, or how does it look like. I don't know, and I don't know the entirety of him or her. I don't know how she or he looks, who he is, or all of the powers that has. I don't know, right? I'm just a human, just like you. But the only thing that I know of that I can experience is my individual experience, right? So for me, God is my individual experience. And the rest of the God that's not in my individual experience, he communicates that the rest part of himself that I'm not experiencing and aware in my individual experience. He communicates all of that other part of himself through my individual experience, right? So God for me is my individual experience, and everything of him that's not in my individual experience and that's not my individual experience, he communicates through my individual experience, right? So God is my experience, and everything that I can't comprehend of him because I'm limited to my individual experience, he uses then my individual experience as an interface to communicate with me so I can communicate with him, right? I hope I'm clear. And so, yes, a part of my individual experience, this part of my individual experience, where I am aware and I have experience of life, this is mostly how I can connect and know God, right? But all of that other part of Him, His might and power that I can't comprehend because I only can experience my individual experience, all of that part is a belief. It is a belief because there is nothing else of him, right? The only thing that's left with me is just the belief in him, but not just a blind belief in him, in that might and power of himself, and what can he accomplish and do in this world. Not just a blind belief, for sure, an unwavering belief and faith that he is real, but not off of no proof, right? you already have the proof of God because you have the God in your individual experience, right? God is already manifesting your individual experience, and he is communicating himself through your individual experience. So the fact that you're alive, it's already a proof of God, right? And so because I'm alive, I am aware that I'm alive because I have experience of myself. It's to me enough proof that God exists. It has been proven in my life already many times, enough times, that God is real, that God is here because I'm alive, because of Him. And He sustains me every second of my life. And He will end this experience when it is time for me to go. And I just wanted to say that this already is enough proof for me that God is real. And all of the rest that I don't know of Him, I am satisfied with just a blind belief in Him, of all of the magic and power that He possesses and can do, right? And that's enough for me. That's good for me. I probably, I don't know, but I don't think through my individual experience that I will be able to know Him fully. I don't think this is possible. Till now, I think it's not possible to know Him fully. But do I know that He's real? That's for sure, because I'm alive, right? And so my individual experience is made up of the things that I am aware in life and of the awareness itself, right? So I have this capability of being aware of my life, everything that is being manifested, everything that is being created, done. I'm aware of that, but I'm not only aware, right? I'm also this other principle and also this other more dynamic force that is manifesting everything. A thought, an emotion, feelings, body, creation, imagination, right? Everything that exists within this container of awareness, right? So to me, God is not just awareness, like people in spirituality say God is awareness. This is not true for me, right? And also at the same time, God is not just love, or God is not just life, right? God is everything. God truly is everything. It is everything there is God, right? So you being aware is God, is a part of God, and everything that we're being aware in this life, that's life itself, it's God. So God is this duo, this wholeness that can be seen as awareness and everything that we're being aware, right? So this awareness, this spaciousness, this container, this provider of the container is the masculine force, represented as the masculine principle. And then everything that's within this awareness that we are being aware of, the life itself, the life force that's coming in our individual experience from the source, that is then manifesting everything that we are being aware of, right? Then being this feminine principle in life, right? So already from the beginning, people say that God is a man or God is a woman. I don't know, but in my experience, it's both, right? It is both. And I just wanted to say that this is how I experience God. For me, God is life. For me, God is my individual experience of life, but He's bigger than this because He obviously brings evolvement and new things, new manifestation in my life. So there is much to be manifested that's not here, right? So He is everything that's already here, and he's yet to come, so he's bigger than my individual experience. So just because I don't experience that part that's yet to come, or that I may never fully be able to see and recognize him as the entirety of it, the belief in that, for me, it's enough, because the presence, the experience of him in my individual experience, it's already the proof that he's real, right? You just being alive, you being provided that life force every step of the way, and sometimes acting on it, sometimes being aligned, open to it, surrendered to it, in being in your feminine. And then if you don't have problem with it, if you're not resistant, if you don't have fear or previous trauma to that, then you're easily acting it and manifesting, being in your masculine, so stepping already in your balance to manifest that balance in the future. But the stuff that has left a lasting fear on us, that trauma and everything that culminated throughout the life and just left a lasting fear in our body, and therefore resistance to us being able to act on what he's providing us, the life force that we are, also this feminine dynamic force that's coming and then manifesting everything. If we do have, because this world is traumatized, and then we have this fear that's left in us from the childhood, that's then acting as a resistance to this feminine life force, to this part of God that wants to manifest this divine life, right? You are either in resistance to God or you're in surrender to God, right? You're either in resistance to God or in acceptance of God. And if you are in acceptance of God, you will manifest a balanced divine self, society in divine balanced order. And if you are in resistance to God, you are then being in fear, and because of living in fear, conscious or unconscious of that, then being manipulated from the elite, from the Satan himself, from the demonic forces, will be then that fear in you used as a leverage to manipulate you and control you and distort you and hurt you even deeper, right? And then manifest a more distorted, unbalanced, disharmonic self and society. So it's just about which side you are playing on. Either you accept God and are following God, or you are following Satan. This is the only free will that we have in life. There is no other free will in life. And this free will is just a test. Even though you have accumulated all of this trauma, this fear in your body, in your life, in individual experience, will you now break and follow Satan? Or will you prove, even though you went through all of this shit in your life, or will you prove to yourself that you can remain still open to God, heal through Him? This is the only way to heal. Only through Him you can heal and actually recognize yourself as the child of God and manifest this kind of world. That's it. Life is very simple. So I'm back with the videos to ground us and focus us in this very deceptive world. That's it. See you in the next video.